Persuasion is one of the most powerful vehicles to push people to do whatever you want them to do. When you master this ability, you have a tremendous power to create the success you want. Persuasion comes in different forms, and there are tons of strategies and tactics you can use to sell your product or service, to be more charismatic and attractive, and to influence people's behavior. But let me be very clear from the beginning of this video. I want you to use persuasion ethically to help people fix their problems, to improve other people's lives. In this video, I want to share with you my 3 top strategies to persuade people to ethically buy products or services. My name is Max Cecco, and I help you become a high-paid infopreneur. It means selling your expertise or someone else's knowledge to help people solve their problems. On YouTube, I share my 12-year knowledge and experience helping professionals and small business owners create their personal brand online and sell information products and services. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I suggest you subscribe right now and turn the notification on. If you tap on the like button, you will contribute to spreading my message to people like you. So, thank you. Let me make a vital premise. None of the following strategies force people to buy anything. The key is to sell anything to anyone with elegance and finesse without being pushy or salesy. Indeed, the old way of selling something doesn't work today anymore. If you want to sell your product or service, you have to act in a completely different modality, especially because you should focus your attention on creating a strong brand. I firmly believe that if your main goal is to sell something just to make money without providing real value to your clients or without establishing a long-term relationship, you are already out of the business game. In a nutshell, it's better for you don't start a business if you don't focus your energies on creating a strong brand, period. With that said, let's start with strategy number 1. Strategy number 1. Become the expert they want to work with. People want to work with people they trust. And once you have conquered the trust of your potential client, making a sale becomes easier and faster, regardless of what you are selling and regardless of the price of your product or service. Based on what I see happening in the market, small business owners and professionals want to sell anything at any price in the fastest way possible. And I want it too. But the problem is this. Today, there is too much competition in every field. So, you need to differentiate yourself from your competitors, and I firmly believe that creating your social authority will be the best asset you should invest in the next 10 years. With the words social authority, I mean sharing valuable information on social networks for free. And let me be very clear, there aren't too many rules or secrets for succeeding. Besides one, you have to be consistent in publishing content. Your potential client will start consuming your free content, then they will subscribe to your email list, then they will buy your products or services. I have done this process multiple times in my life and it works like magic. Social authority allows you to sell your products or services faster and easier. Strategy number 2. Let them sell the product to themselves first. Once again, do not force or push other people to buy your product or service, but let them sell the product to themselves first. You must probably know that no one likes to be sold, but everyone loves buying anything. So the question is, how can you do it? Regardless of the selling environment, the process is always the same. Before explaining what you have to do, I want to be sure you know what a selling environment is, because based on the vehicle you choose to sell something, you have to put into practice this second strategy in a different manner. A selling environment is simply the vehicle you adopt to sell your product or service. For instance, it can be a sales letter or a video sales letter. They sell for you 24/7 and 365 days per year, even while you are sleeping. In this case, you don't have the opportunity to speak directly with your potential client and interact in real time with them. So, you need to ask yourself questions and give answers in your sales letter or video. Similar to a sales letter, but with other advantages, is the selling environment you use when delivering a speech on the stage. This selling environment is called one too many. Another super effective selling environment is closing over the phone. In this case, you can ask questions, have a private and personal conversation with your potential client, check their body language, and so on. Indeed, it is used to sell high-ticket products or services. With that said, in order to let your prospects sell the product to themselves first, don't start by explaining why your product is amazing or its characteristics or features. No one cares. No matter your selling environment, start your conversation by talking about the problems your potential customer wants to fix. No one cares about your product. Your prospect is speaking with you for a specific and defined reason. They have a problem to fix, and they want to be sure you are the expert able to help them overcome the obstacle that is preventing them from reaching their desired results. Period. Especially in a one-to-one selling environment, pay very close attention to the words they use and let them speak 80% of the conversation. The lesson here is this: the more you dive deep into the problem and the more your prospect is aware of the problem they have, the easier will be the economic transaction. With the right questions, you are helping your potential clients understand why they need you and your product or service. Create the desire first and find the real motivation behind a decision. Every person in the world is motivated by something, has their own weaknesses and their problems. Always elicit problems first. A crucial mistake I want you to avoid is this one. Do not sell what they need, instead sell what they want and include in your solution what they need. That's it. Now, let's switch to the last powerful strategy to sell anything to anyone. Strategy number 3. Tell a story. Story is a powerful weapon for 3 different reasons. Number 1, as human beings, we are more than willing to listen to a story. We are attracted to stories. In our infancy, our mother read us stories, told us stories about a special character, and we were more than willing to listen to these adventures. Number 2, when someone tells us, "I have a story to share," we are all ears, and normally we don't think that someone is going to sell us something with the story. So our defenses are at the minimum level. And number 3, a story, if created correctly, conveys emotions that are the best weapons to sell your products and services. By eliciting emotions, you are speaking directly to the people's subconscious, and they are attracted by what you are saying, especially if the story, listen to me, if the story is related to something they have experienced. Based on what I've just shared with you, you absolutely need a story about yourself, a story about your product, a story behind your company. Most sales representatives have an arsenal of stories, even for every objection they receive from their potential client. Crafting stories to sell anything is a broad topic, and you have to follow a specific path to create the perfect story to involve and excite your audience. This is why I highly urge you to watch this video. How to master storytelling in sales in 5 easy steps. Once again, a story is one of the most undervalued persuasion strategies that you should use in your marketing to persuade your ideal customer to buy what you are selling. So, watch it now.